Thank you, Lucas, for the introduction. To start, I'd like to share a parable by an unknown author with you, but I'll paraphrase to keep it short. A Mexican man in a small fishing village encounters an American businessman. The businessman asks him why he doesn't fish more, make more money. The fisherman tells him he already has enough for his family, prefers to spend the rest of his time sleeping late, playing with his kids, taking siesta with his wife, and strolling into the village each evening to sip wine and play guitar with his friends. The businessman tries to convince him instead to fish more, expand into a multi-million-dollar business, and sell the company after 15 to 20 years of hard work and sacrifice. The fisherman asks, "What then?" The businessman answers, "That's the best part. Then you get to sleep late, play with your kids, take siesta with your wife, and stroll into town every evening to sip wine and play guitar with your friends." The title of this parable is How Much is Enough? So, how much is enough? What is enough? And what is success? We're coming to a point in the very near future where we'll have to answer this question, and the answer will guide us in some very big decisions. Do I go to college? If so, what will I major in? Do I pick a trade? What will I specialize in? Do I want to date, get married, someday have a family? Do I want to buy a home, a new car? Do I run away to Bangkok and join the circus? What do I want to do in my life? Before answering any of these questions, we must first define for ourselves what is success. As most of you know, I have been competitively climbing for the last 10 years. I have focused on speed climbing in the last few. Speed climbing is a side-by-side race up two identical 45-foot walls. First one to the top wins. I've broken records, competed internationally, and even won the Pan American Championships in Montreal. I've put so much time and effort into the one goal of getting to the top of a wall faster than anyone else. And for what? Most people would find these accomplishments interesting or cool, but would they consider it the ultimate success? My guess is no. But it has been how I have defined success for myself, and I've worked hard to achieve it. Speed climbing is probably not the path to success for anyone else here. In fact, most of you have probably never heard of it. But that's the amazing thing about success. There isn't a single correct answer. For some people, it may be to go to college, to get a great job, to earn lots of money, to buy what you want and take care of your family. For some, it may be to live a simple life dedicated to helping others. Whatever the end goal is for you, it is important to define it for yourself and not let others direct your path. America is a melting pot, and what success is varies from culture to culture, so it is also important to respect the different goals and definitions of success others in your community might have. For those of us that went to Peru, we experienced a vastly different lifestyle that defined success in a very different way. Is having a greenhouse to grow flowers to sell in the market in order to buy food success? To them, it was. It was enough. Having that experience helped me to think more broadly about success, and for any underclassmen or juniors here, I strongly recommend taking the wonderful opportunity to travel abroad that the school and Miss Gibbs work hard to provide for us. When defining your version of success, however, it is important to focus on the process, not the product. If your goal in life is an end result, what happens when you accomplish it? What happens if you don't? Success is about experiences, not numbers. What if I set my goal to win the Olympics? While there's a small chance, it is unlikely. So is everything I do a failure? What if I set my goal to climb the wall in a certain time, say 5 seconds? My guess is eventually I would accomplish it. So then am I done? I never have to train or climb ever again? No. Instead, I set my goal to continue training in order to compete with the best athletes in the world. That can never truly be finished, so I have something to work for as long as I desire. Remember the parable of the Mexican fisherman and American businessman? If you spend your entire life working towards a salary number, you'll forget to enjoy the wonderful experiences and amazing people you'll meet along the way. And if you do one day reach that salary, you might just discover that numbers aren't what makes you happy, and you had what you needed all along. I like to recall that parable, How Much is Enough, one more time. Hopefully, throughout this speech, you have realized that there isn't a right answer to that question. No one, including me, your parents, or your teachers, can tell you how much is enough or what success is to you. That is up for you to decide. And I encourage you to take your time and have fun to figure it out. After all, we only have this one life. I'd now like to take the time to thank my parents, who have given me valuable life lessons through the wonderful opportunities to travel and by showing me the type of person I want to become when I grow up. I'd like to thank Mr. Ullman for being a great mentor throughout my time here and for always teaching us how to laugh and have fun with life. If Mr. Winget were here, I would thank him for being someone I could trust and admire since 6th grade and for sharing the wonderful gift of music with me, but since he's in Europe instead, I won't. Lastly, I would like to thank all of you, the class of 2018. We have matured and grown together for 4 years. While not all of it has been great, I'm sure, these are still memories we will never forget, and for that, I am grateful. Now it is our time to go out and make new memories, new friends, and have new experiences. Thank you. The IPA 2018 commencement speaker, Denise Stuckey, is native of Connecticut. A child of the 60s and 70s, she loathed being cooped up in school and lived for summers when she could spend her days outdoors. Mrs. Stuckey has been teaching art at Irvington Community School since its inception in 2002. She's taught thousands of our students over the years, including me, whose work is proudly displayed in the Irvington Community Elementary School hallways throughout every school year. Notably, as a direct result of her excellence in teaching and passion for art, her students have performed extraordinarily well in the annual Symphony in Color competition. But teaching is a second career for her. In a former life, Mrs. Stuckey enjoyed work as a writer, needlework designer, magazine columnist, and was editor-in-chief for 2 magazines. She's also a children's book author and illustrator, and an award-winning painter. A 2002 magna cum laude graduate of Herron School of Art and Design, Mrs. Stuckey holds a degree in fine arts with concentrations in painting and illustration and a minor in art history. Please welcome our very special commencement speaker, Denise Stuckey.